guys. It's about 5 o'clock and I've been doing this since early this morning. What a day. So I just wanted to pop on here. I am going to take Gabe for a walk and then I'm going to get out my spinner and spin for a little bit. So I hope everybody's having a really, really good day. And I've had a busy one, but it's been productive. It's all been good. And I did buy some bulbs, so I'm going to be planting daffodils and tulips. I think I got like a bag of 75 or 100 of them. So I'll be planting all kinds of stuff and crocuses. And I want to do a little patch where I plant the crocuses in a little heart shape. So I'm just going to plant a whole bunch of bulbs and hopefully it turns out the way I want it to. So, but I hope everybody's day is going really well, and I know I probably look really tired, and I am. So I'm going to take Gabe for a super duper quick walk, and then I am headed to get dinner started for Stephen and I, and then hit some paperwork. So I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe, and I'll talk to everybody soon. So I know I'm supposed to be looking up here, and I get really discombobulated with all of that because, you know, if I look here, at least I'm looking at a person, and here, which is where I'm supposed to be looking, so it looks like I'm looking right at you, I'm just staring at this dot. So I don't know which dot, the red dot or the black dot. So I'll get the hang of it. If my volume is not right, or the lighting is not right, or I'm not looking in the right place, I'm so sorry. I'm giving it the old college try. So I'm sure I'll get the hang of it eventually. I'll look at the blinking red dot and see if that works. I'll check it out in just a little bit. So, but anyway, I hope everybody's having fun and enjoying the fall weather there. I looked at myself again. So I will see everyone soon. Bye for now. I'll be spinning in a little bit, trying to chill. Okay, bye. Hi guys. Guess who? I just wanted to come on real quick, and as you could see from one of my pictures, and I'll show it again, I grew a ton of these patty pans, and they're squash, and they're supposed to be really, really good, and you just roast them in the oven, and you can put some garlic and oil on them, and supposedly the flavor is really good. And you can even roast, which I have a couple of the really, really big, gigantic ones too. I don't know why I'm whispering. But anyway, so these are going to go in the oven, and I will let you know how they turn out. So it is 5:01 right now, and I'm going to stick these in the oven and take Gabe for a walk. Oh, I want to show you one thing. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Okay, this is my sourdough starter. You can see my wrinkles. This is my sourdough starter. I carry this with me when I go from Bluefield to the farm and back again in a little box. I feed it. It's like a Tamagotchi. Does anybody remember Tamagotchis where you had to feed them, those little electronic things? My daughters had those. But anyway, I have sourdough starter, and I have a ton of recipes. So I'm excited. That's not very flattering. How's that? Better. Okay. All you see is my mouth. All right. So I just wanted to show you this. I'm really happy about that. So I get to make some bread and all kinds of good recipes. Here I go. Show you, this is an Ashford electric spinner, and I have in fact I started off, my very first spinning wheel was an Ashford, and then I have a Kromsky, and I just sold a little parlor wheel Kromsky, and I have several antique spinning wheels, and I have a Rio Grande wheel, which is really cool. You spin off a spindle, but it looks like the spinning wheel from Snow White, and when she pricked her finger. And I have 2 great wheels. So I'll have to pull all my spinning wheels out and do a spinning wheel demonstration. And let's see, the wheel that I like the most, that I spin the most on, is my Louette, and it's just a workhorse. It's got a really a pretty big orifice. This one does too, so I'm sure you can do some art spinning with this as well. This takes a little bit of getting used to. For starters, I'm used to using my foot to treadle, and you don't do that on this. You just sit stationary. But let's see, here's the controls. That's the on-off. This controls the speed, and this controls it going either forward or backward. So depending on whether you want to spin S or Z, or whether you're plying 2 yarns together, would determine which way the bobbin rotates. So this is what's called a Scotch tension, and you adjust the tension by just turning this little knob, and you can see that basically what's happening is this comes over the end of the bobbin, and there's a little spring. Let me see if you can see the spring. You can't see the spring. The spring is on the other side. There, you see it right there. So, but anyway, it's really funny because I think it was Emily from Fibertown was talking about the way that she spins, and you kind of get into a rhythm and kind of a thickness of yarn that you get used to spinning. I can spin really thin. I can spin a little thicker yarns, and I can spin some art yarn as well. But I'll just give a quick demonstration on how an electric spinner works. And so this is my fleece, and this came from my favorite place that I like to buy fiber, and that is Autumn House Farm, and that's up in Punxsutawney. And I've known Harriet for many, many years, and we're very, very good friends. And of all the different spinning fibers, I can honestly say she has a beautiful brand or breed of sheep called Carrishire, and there's just something about Harriet's color palette and just the blends that she uses. I think this has some silk in it, and you can see it's just got a little bit of kind of a mustard color. It's got some purple and the teal and some blues, and it is so unbelievably soft. So I really don't have anything in mind for this, and there's a good bit of it. So I may just try to spin as thin as I can, and then I'll do a 2-ply. Maybe make a scarf or something. So it's already joined, but I'll show you the magic of joining. So basically you just take the little fuzzy ends, you let the fibers twist on. I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can move the camera to get you at a better angle so you can actually see my hands moving. So I think this might be a little better. So let me try the join again. And you just see how that's fuzzy right there? And just let that twist on. And there you go, you're on your way. You can smooth that out. But I'll try to spin. The thing that's a little strange about this is that it has a little bit of a jump to it that I'm not used to. You can probably see that kind of up and down motion. I joined on again. And I'm not used to this. There we go. Even the best of us lose it. So I'll show you how to thread it. It just has a little different feel than what I'm used to. But these hooks are designed so that when you're spinning, if you have the yarn threaded to this hook, there's going to be a buildup right here on the spindle. And then once you get to that build up, then you just move it to the next hook and it builds up there. So you have to keep watching it, and it just keeps building. You want to try to keep the bobbin as evenly built up as possible so it doesn't cause the wheel to get a little unbalanced. And I'm not sure what these are. This is from the Woolery. Okay, so so threading this, you should have a hook, but I don't have one handy. So there's a little, let's see if you can see that. You can see the little orifice, and you just put the yarn through there, and then it comes out through this side. And I think I'm going to release the tension here a little bit, and I'm going to turn this down just a little more. is a cheat joint. And that's a little slower. That's a little nicer. I wonder if I turn it down a little more, if that'll get rid of that. There. It's pretty slow, but at least it's not quite as bouncy. And I keep this in Bluefield so I don't have to carry my wheel back and forth with me. So this is kind of compact. It doesn't take up the space that a spinning wheel would. So, and you can try to, you just take your time, and what I'm doing is I'm pinching off here, and then I'm drafting the threads to get to the thickness that I want, and then I let the twist run through, and that looks like it's pretty good right there. So basically you're just drafting, pulling the threads to get to the same thickness, and then you let the twist run down. And you're always holding this. You're never completely relinquishing the twist, because otherwise it'll twist up into here. And they call this a little fan, a little V, so to speak, and you don't want that twist to run into there. You always want to have control right here, where my hand is right here. You always want to have control of that space. So as I'm spinning, my eyes are always, the focus is always on that space. So that's kind of where the action is for me. That little V is where my eyes are always right there, always just kind of watching. I let the twist run down, and there's probably, I guess, about 2 inches between my hand and that space. Now there's lots of different ways to spin, and lots of different techniques that you can use to get different types of yarn. So if you want a woolen spun, you might do what's called a long draw. And if you want a worsted, which is a little bit more compact, you might spin like this. And it's also the preparation of the yarn that makes it woolen or worsted as well. So if you want a true worsted yarn, you would use combs, and that just smooths out the fibers. It's almost like combing your hair with a comb. And using a drum carder kind of fluffs up the yarn, and it actually, or the fibers, and it actually puts a little air into it, so your yarn is a little puffier. But you can also change that to some degree just by the way that you spin. So here's my electric spinner. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see everyone here tomorrow. Bye for now.